It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Monday, the 27th of November. I'm Michael Groff. We start the week out with fairly quiet weather around here. Some high clouds around, temperatures just slightly above seasonal averages. But changes are in store for later in the week and heading toward the weekend as clouds will increase further. And we do expect at least a chance at some rain showers around here and some snow for the higher elevations. But the usual questions abound as to where, when, and how much rain there will be. And what about the weather going into next week? Well, we'll talk about all of it and everything else as we dive on in. First, the almanac from yesterday, 72 degrees the afternoon high, 47 was the morning low. That's pretty close to where we ought to be for this time of year. Averages at 72 and 50. And as we take a look outside right now at 10:15 a.m., there are some high clouds around right now, but the sun's still poking through. We're sitting at 68 degrees at Sky Harbor, dew point 30, humidity 24%. It's a light wind in the barometer, 30.06 inches and steady. The upper level weather pattern across the nation shows a big trough and a vortex there over eastern Canada that's pulled down plenty of cool air across the plain states and the eastern half of the country, with some freezing temperatures expected all the way down to the Gulf Coast for tonight. Now out here in the west, kind of a zonal flow, at least for us here in Arizona. And there is a trough that is developing well to the north and west of us, and that will be our next weather maker. We'll talk about that momentarily. The watch warning map, it's that time of the year where the air starts to stagnate over the valleys of eastern Oregon and Washington State. You get the air stagnation advisories. With cold air overnight, sometimes you get the freezing fog. We've got that going on too. Winter storm watches and winter weather conditions expected over the Sierra in coming days. We'll watch that and some lake effect snow issues across the Great Lakes. Convective outlook for today, no organized severe weather, but again, some of that convectively driven lake effect snow. You could even get a little thunder snow for parts of Lake Erie and Ontario, Lake Huron. So be aware of that. And here's the precipitation outlook. This is valid through Monday morning of next week. Rain amounts in Phoenix generally at or under 1/10 of an inch, but there are still some question marks as to how much precipitation there will be. Obviously, the main focus will be over the higher terrain of northern and eastern Arizona, but we'll talk about what's going on with this weather pattern in more detail. To do that, let's check out the models and see what they say. Here it is, the GFS. This is the 12Z run, and this is valid at 5 o'clock this afternoon. Get our big trough over the east, a ridge to the north of us, kind of a zonal flow around here, and you see that next trough is off of the west coast. What it all means for us down at the surface for today, quite a few high clouds around. We'll call it partly sunny and high temperatures this afternoon, mid-70s here in Phoenix. Should be just a delightful day, very similar to what we've had the last few days. Tonight, some clouds around overnight, lows upper 40s to mid-50s, and then tomorrow, more of the same. Highs mid, maybe even upper 70s for the warmest desert spots with partly cloudy sky continuing. As we go to Wednesday, here comes that trough. It is beginning to make its way further to the south and east. We might even see a few rain showers for parts of Southern California. Here in Phoenix, again, some clouds around, but I'd actually say the day on Wednesday is mostly sunny. Clouds should kind of come in maybe Wednesday night and Thursday for us. High temperatures on Wednesday, again, anywhere from the low to mid 70s. Should, again, just be a nice day. On Thursday, we'll say increasing clouds will be the rule here, and high temperatures should still top out somewhere in the upper 60s to about 70. Shouldn't be too bad. But as those clouds roll in, and by Thursday night, moving into Friday, we'll introduce a chance of showers. Now, the question marks are out there as to the depth of this trough that's coming in, the exact positioning and timing and intensity. There's been some variability in the models. Now, what you're looking at here is Friday night at 11 p.m., and you can see some scattered showers across Arizona, some snow for the higher terrain. And right now, we've got a 30% chance of rain going here in Phoenix for Friday night, Saturday. And I think that's probably the right call. The exact timing, it could be as early as Thursday night we start to see some rain. It could be as late as Friday or Friday afternoon. The timing is still in doubt. But there will no doubt be at least some rain showers and higher elevation snow going on across the state. Again, how much right now, this does not look to be a robust rain event, but we do see variability in the models ranging anywhere from almost nothing all the way up to well over a half an inch. So we'll let you know as we get closer to this. But right now, we've at least got some rain chances in the forecast Friday night, maybe lingering into Saturday. Now, looking at Saturday, we'll start to see decreasing clouds, though. High temperatures for the day, cooler. Again, Friday and Saturday, temperatures will be down. Probably low to mid-60s. This will be a fairly cool weekend ahead. Temperatures a little bit below normal. But nothing that out of hand. I mean, now we're moving into early December after all, so highs in the 60s are not uncommon. Same thing Sunday. After lows get down into the upper 30s in the cool spots, low to mid 40s for the urban core, highs again, low to mid 60s for the day on Sunday. There's a week from today. This is Monday, the 4th of December. We've got a trough in the east. We've got a ridge developing out here in the west, and that looks dry with a west-northwesterly flow aloft, and temperatures would be warming back up. In fact, the guidance coming in now with highs getting back in the 70s. So all that Christmas music playing out there, people putting up their Christmas lights, and it just doesn't feel quite like the holidays when it starts getting warm like that. And then going out 10 days, this is Wednesday the 6th, and look at that ridge over the western 2/3 of the country. This 585 ridge here, that would result in temperatures well above average. I'd say we'd be in the mid-70s. We could even be in the upper 70s if this is right. And absolutely no chance of any precipitation in that configuration. The main storm track deflected well to the north. You got ridging, or you got troughing to the east, well to the east over the east coast. You got troughing over the eastern Pacific extending up into the Gulf of Alaska. But we're kind of in that old mega block, looks like. So that's how it looks right now. And there's pretty good model consistency on that. Although recent model runs suggest this ridge may not be quite as intense, at least on the ensemble guidance. Speaking of those ensembles, here we go. This is a look at the GFS ensemble. This goes out to the 11th of December. This is rainfall for Phoenix, and the mean about 1/3 of an inch. Got the control member poking up toward 1/2 an inch. You do have some members that show no rain at all. And then the European ensemble, a little bit more bullish on rain. The mean about 1/2 an inch. You've got members ranging from basically nothing all the way up to about 1 3/4 inches. So there's a bit more spread here amongst the European and its respective ensemble members. But again, the likelihood is that we'll at least see some precipitation. It may not be much, but we should see at least something here across a good portion of Arizona by late this week. Temperatures off the national blend of models, we're obviously going to see temps trending down. Low to mid 60s by this weekend. Coolest weather we've had so far this year. Now, you're probably wondering, do I need to cover my plants? Probably doesn't look like that right now. I don't think the air is going to be quite that cold. But lows will be well down in the 40s in the mid-city, and I'd say upper 30s are likely for the outlying areas. So definitely going to be a bit chilly. But then next week, you see high temperatures rebounding well back up into the 70s. And that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video is due back here tomorrow morning. Should you happen to enjoy these videos, then be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell, leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. The executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my one and only, the sweetest of all time, the Asian sensation, and the proprietor of sweetchildaz.com.org and the Facebook page of the same name. I'm talking about my Michelle, so check her out. If you really enjoy what we do here, you want to support us monetarily, you can click that little thanks icon below the video here on YouTube. You can donate to us monetarily, a couple of bucks or a couple $100 or whatever you want to do, and you can afford to do so, and you just want to support what we do and keep us going. That would be great too. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching and everything that you do to keep us going. Really do appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you guys have yourselves a terrific Monday.